Bhagavate Devaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Yasam Tato Jayam Udire Nashtakreshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Narayaki Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Caitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirviseshasha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari Panchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3 Chapter 16 Text 22, where the four Kumaras are now speaking to the Lord, that how kind the Lord is, how merciful the Lord is. It's because He is the most purified, He's the most pure, and yet He's saying that He's getting this good fortune because of the blessings of the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas. So that is the magnanimity. That's the magnanimity of Krishna, that He's not taking credit for Himself, but giving credit to His devotees. Dharmasyate bhagvastri yugatri bihi svehe padbis characharam idam dvija devatartham nunam britam tad abhikati rajastamascha satvena novaradaya tanuva nirasya. O Lord, you are the personification of all religion. Therefore, you manifest yourself in 3 millenniums, and thus you protect this universe, which consists of animate and inanimate beings. By your grace, which is of pure goodness and is the bestower of all blessings, kindly drive away the elements of Rajas and Tamas for the sake of the demigods and twice born. So the purport by Srila Prabhupada, the Lord is addressed in this verse as Tri Yuga, or one who appears in 3 millenniums, namely the Satya, Dwapara and Treta Yuga. So Krishna, the four Kumaras are addressing the Lord as Tri Yuga, means you're coming in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga. He's not mentioned as appearing in the 4th millennium or Kali Yuga. It is described in Vedic literature that in Kali Yuga, he comes as Channa Avatar, or an incarnation, but he does not appear as a manifest incarnation. In the other yugas, however, the Lord is a manifest incarnation, and therefore he is addressed as Tri Yuga, or the Lord who appears in three yugas. So he's being called here as Tri Yuga because in the Tri Yuga he came that, okay, I'm the incarnation of the Lord, manifest, but not in Kali Yuga. Let's hear now why, what happens in Kali Yuga. Sridhar Swami describes Tri Yuga as follows. Yug means couple and Tri means three. The Lord is manifested as three couples by his six opulences, or three couples of opulences. In this way, he can be addressed as Tri Yuga. The Lord is the personality of religious principles. In 3 millenniums, religious principles are protected by 3 kinds of spiritual culture, namely austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. The Lord is called Tri Yuga in that way also. So because Krishna comes in Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and in Satyug to re-establish the religious principles. He says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Adharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That I myself appear in each millennium to re-establish the religious principles. So he comes in Treta, Dwapara, and Satyug. And what is we know religion stands on 4 legs. Dharma stands on 4 legs. The 4 legs are austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. So in the previous 3 ages, they're all are there. In Satyug, Dharma is standing on all 4 legs. Then in Treta Yuga, it's standing on 3. In Dwapara Yuga, it stands on 2. And in Kali Yuga, now it's just standing on 1 leg. Just on 1 leg. So in the age of Kali, these 3 requisites to spiritual culture are almost absent. But the Lord is so kind that in spite of Kali Yugas being devoid of these 3 spiritual qualities, he comes and protects the people of this age in his covered incarnation as Lord Caitanya. That's why he's called Chana Avatar, covered incarnation. Lord Caitanya, he did not directly declare that, yes, I'm Krishna. Yes, I am the Supreme Lord. No, he came as a devotee. That's why he's called covered incarnation. So Lord Chaitanya is called covered because although he's Krishna himself, he presents himself as a devotee of Krishna, not directly Krishna. The devotees pray to Lord Chaitanya, therefore, to eliminate their stock of passion and ignorance, the most conspicuous assets of this yuga. So what is the assets that we have? We are all Kali Yuga people. This is Kali Yuga going on and we are here right now. So we are Kali Yuga people. So means what do we have in abundance? Passion and ignorance. These are our assets right now. And so what do we need to do? We need to pray to Lord Chaitanya. Please help us. Please take away this passion and ignorance from us. In the Krishna consciousness movement, one cleanses himself of the modes of passion and ignorance by chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, as introduced by Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya established the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga, which is Harinam Sankirtan. Kali Yuga Dharma, Harinam Sankirtan, which was inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya, but he came as a covered incarnation, as a devotee. Because in Kali Yuga, Krishna knows, he knows. If he says, okay, I'm an incarnate, I am Krishna, then he knows, we Kali Yuga people, all of us will say, yes, I'm also incarnation of Krishna, I'm also Krishna. So just to set the example, then he came as a devotee of Krishna. He's Krishna himself, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, but he came as a devotee. So none of us can declare that, oh yes, I'm also incarnation of Krishna. Look, Krishna comes in 4 yuga, I'm incarnation of Krishna. He comes as a devotee in Kali Yuga. So we need to follow that footsteps. Krishna is perfect in his behavior. So he set the example that we need to become a devotee. And this is what is the religion of this age, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. The four Kumaras were cognizant of their situation in the modes of passion and ignorance, because although in Vaikuntha, they wanted to curse the devotees of the Lord. So now they are saying, oh, we are in Vaikuntha, and yet we got overcome by passion and ignorance. That's why we wanted to curse Jai Vijay. So they are praying to the Lord, please take away our passion and ignorance. Since they were conscious of their own weakness, they prayed to the Lord to remove their still existing passion and ignorance. The three transcendental qualifications, cleanliness, austerity, and mercy, are the qualifications of the twice born and the demigods. Those who are not situated in the quality of goodness cannot accept these three principles of spiritual culture. So what are the three principles? Cleanliness, austerity, and mercy. Cleanliness, austerity, and mercy. And so that's the reason we are all advised to follow the four principles, the four regulative principles. The four regulative principles are no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. So why is that? Because cleanliness is gone where there is illicit sex. Austerity is gone where there is intoxication. The highest intoxication is when we get intoxicated with our pride. When we are very proud, then we don't want to do austerity. And mercy is compromised when we indulge in animal slaughter. So, and truthfulness, what's the truthfulness? Is for gambling. Gambling is, truthfulness is lost when we indulge in gambling. So for the Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, there are three sinful activities which are prohibited: illicit sex, intoxication, and eating anything other than prasad, food offered to Krishna. These three prohibitions are based on the principles of austerity, cleanliness, and mercy. Devotees are merciful because they spare the poor animals, and they are clean because they are free of contamination from the unwanted foodstuff and unwanted habits. Austerity is represented by restricted sex life. These principles, indicated by the prayers of the four Kumaras, should be followed by the devotees who are engaged in Krishna consciousness. So we are advised, Prabhupada would always say, follow the four regulative principles. Follow the four regulative principles, be clean, be merciful. So don't have unwanted habits. And yeah, so what Prabhupada is suggesting us, that four Kumaras are praying in this way, we should also follow in their footsteps. Pray for these things and follow, be clean, be austere, be merciful. Is that okay?
Yes, but what does it mean by twice born?
Oh, twice born means Brahmanas.
Brahmanas.
Yeah, actually the spiritual, the sacred thread, the Brahman initiation means twice born. Once you're born in the seminal birth, when we take birth from the womb of the mother. And then the second birth is when we get initiation into the Brahman, into the Gayatri mantra. That is twice born. So traditionally this Brahman initiation was given only to men. But then of course Prabhupada saw that, in the Western world, men and women are together. So he was also giving it to the women, the Brahman initiation. So Brahmana means not only Brahmanical by just as a label, but Brahmanical in our qualities, the nature, clean, austere, merciful, like that.
Okay.
The Brahmanical qualities. Then it's called twice born, means you're taking your birth again as a Brahman.
Okay.
Is that okay?
And a person who has taken initiation?
So before, there would not be a difference. Before, like chanting, getting initiation and Brahmanical initiation would be together. But this was Lord Chaitanya's special mercy on us, that he initiates us into chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. No? So that's how Prabhupada would give us initiation, or now also we get initiation. First we get initiation into the Hare Krishna mantra. Then after some time, when the spiritual master sees, and even when the disciple sees that, okay, after some years of practice, they're really situated in this position, really being able to chant the rounds, really getting these qualities of cleanliness, austerity, and mercy, then get the Brahman initiation. But by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, just the first initiation is enough to go back home, back to Godhead. Getting initiated into the chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, that is enough to go back home, back to Krishna. Yeah, especially Brahmanical initiation, the second initiation is given to devotees who are more inclined for deity worship. For deity worship, when they are serving the deities in the temples, then you need to be situated on that very clean and pure platform to be able to serve the deities properly, to cook for them properly, like that.
So only first initiation is enough for going back to Godhead, as you said.
Yes.
So that would be just chanting, right? So that we could chant Harinam.
So that we can chant Harinam, we get connected to the parampara. We get the blessings of the full parampara.
Okay.
Yeah. Get connected to Krishna in that way, through the parampara. Yeah.
And how many initiations are there? Like, as you mentioned, first, second.
That's all. And then, of course, sannyas initiation, if somebody wants to get the sannyas.
Oh, sannyas. Okay.
Yeah. That is like for the renounced order then.
Okay.
That's usually, but usually it's just called first initiation and second initiation.
Okay.
It's usually just called like that. So the first is the Harinam initiation, to begin. That's the beginning. It's not the end, it's just the beginning.
Okay.
Text 23. Natvam dvijottama kulam yadi hatma gopam gopta vrasha swarhanena sa sunritena tarhi eva nankshiyati shivastava deva pantha loko agrahishyad rishabhasya hitat pramanam. O Lord, you are the protector of the highest of the twice born. If you do not protect them by offering worship and mild words, then certainly the auspicious path of worship will be rejected by people in general who act on the strength and authority of your lordship. So whenever the twice born is mentioned, it means the Brahmanas. Protector of the highest of the twice born, Brahmanas. So
sorry, one question. So as you said that whenever twice born is mentioned, so they are the Brahmanas. So they are the Brahmanas, the real Brahmanas, or the one that is only born in Brahman? No.
The real Brahmana.
Okay.
The only who are born in Brahmanical family and who do not have the qualification are called Dvija Bandhu. Dvija Bandhu means friends of the Brahmana. Dvija means the twice born, and Bandhu means friend. So then they are called friends of Brahmana. Means they're not actually Brahmanas, but they're friends of the Brahmana. They do not have that qualification to be called a Brahman. Because we just read that Brahman means austere, clean, and merciful.
Because there is a lot of confusion and these two words are always mentioned, Dvija and Dvija Bandhu.
Yeah.
So Dvija Bandhu is the friend now. Okay, now it's clear.
Yeah, means friend in the sense means they're born in Brahman families, but they do not have the qualification of being called a Brahman.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
So if you do not protect them by offering worship and mild words, then certainly the auspicious path of worship will be rejected by people in general who act on the strength and authority of your lordship. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is stated by the Lord himself that the acts and character of great authorities are followed by people in general. Leaders of ideal character are therefore needed in society. Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita, that whatever a great person does, common men will follow. And that's why he says, oh Arjun, I do, whenever I come in this appearing as a human form, I take this form which looks like a human. I do all the duties properly, because if I don't do the duties properly, then people will follow my example. Because Krishna is the greatest authority. There is no one greater authority than Krishna. So he follows the perfect, he's a perfect leader. Perfect leader that we should follow. So leaders of ideal character are therefore needed in society. Now we can see why the state of the society is the way it is right now. Why? Because we do not have leaders who are ideal in their character. We have many leaders. We have many leaders, but what example do they set by their personal, what personal example are they setting? What is their personal behavior? You know, and so then we common men, we follow, oh, the leader is doing like this, even I should do like this. But then what's happening is utter chaos in the society. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared in this material world just to show the example of perfect authority, and people have to follow his path. The Vedic injunction is that one cannot understand the absolute truth simply by mental speculation or logical argument. Now, if I want to understand the absolute truth by my own mind, by my mental, I'm going to use my mental strength to analyze, and I will understand the absolute truth. It's not possible. Why? Because our mind is material. How can we approach the absolute truth, which is transcendental, with our material mind? It's not possible. It's not possible, because what our mind can do is only mental speculation or some logic and argument, which cannot even begin to touch the absolute truth. One has to follow the authorities. Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Great authorities should be followed. Otherwise, if we simply depend on the scriptures, we are sometimes misled by rascals, or else we cannot understand or follow the different spiritual injunctions. The best path is to follow the authorities. So here what we are advised, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Shastra is the Vedas, but we need the sadhus, we need the gurus to guide us properly. What is the Shastra saying? What is the, how to follow the essence of the Shastra? So Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Mahajano yena gata sapantha. We should follow the great authorities, not imitate. We cannot imitate the great authorities. We get confused. You know, we get confused. What does it mean follow? And we start imitating. No, we need to follow. What is their heart? What are they teaching? What are they doing? Who are they worshiping? How are they worshiping? What is their mood, their mercy, their compassion, their dependence on Krishna? That is what we need to follow. So the four Brahmana sages stated that Krishna is naturally the protector of the cows and Brahmanas, Go Brahmana Hitayacha. When Krishna was on this planet, he set a practical example. He was a cowherd boy, and he was very respectful to the Brahmanas and devotees. So Krishna has set the example when he came. We have to follow, protect the cows and respect the devotees, the Brahmanas. So it is also affirmed herein that the Brahmanas are the best of the twice born. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, yes, twice born, whoever has taken the sacred thread ceremony. Yeah? So here, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas are all twice born, but the Brahmanas are the best. So I'm sorry, here is a further clarification that, you know, the Janyo ceremony, Brahmana, Kshatriyas, and Vaishya. But you see now what the Janyo we do is just the Upanayan, but it's not even done properly, because the boys that we give the Janyo to, they don't chant the Gayatri mantra. You know, maybe they will do it for a week even, if even, and then they don't follow it. So traditionally it was given to Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas to initiate them into chanting the Gayatri mantra.
They don't even chant, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't
Not
chant,
even, yeah.
you know. So this, and now it's just become like a ritual. Now it's
Ritual.
just become a ritual. Mhm. So the twice born, the Brahmanas are the best. So usually whenever twice born is mentioned, it's always usually referring to the Brahmana, means someone who has the Brahmanical qualities, the qualities of the Brahman. So when there is a fight between two persons, each of
So
them,
not the pure, not the true Brahmin,
I'm sorry,
not the true Brahmin. Dvija means only the one who is initiated, who's got the thread.
Dvija
No.
means twice born, the true Brahman.
Okay.
Dvija
then-
Bandhu, Dvija Bandhu means friends of the twice born.
But then here it is written, as you said, that the Brahmin, Brahmin is, and the Kshatriya and the Vaishya, all three are Dvijas.
Yeah, but the Brahmanas are the best. So
Okay.
initially what traditionally would happen is only the Shudras would not be initiated into chanting the Gayatri.
Okay.
The sacred thread ceremony, which is given, the Janyo ceremony, which was given usually to the men before, was to initiate them into chanting the Gayatri mantra. And it was given to the people who were born in Brahmana families, Kshatriya families, and Vaishya families, because people had that qualification at that time to chant the Gayatri mantra. It would not be given to the Shudras because they didn't have the qualification to chant. So again, everything is based on our qualities, qualification. Everything is based on qualification, not on birth. The whole Vedic system got degraded into the caste system because everything became based on birth. The Brahmanas kept saying, oh, I'm a Brahman, so you should respect me, without having the qualifications. That's why it got degraded into the caste system. So this is before the caste system. This is Vedic times.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And the Brahmanas are the best because they are perfectly situated. They are situated in the mode of goodness. Brahmanas.
Okay.
So when there is a fight between two persons, each of them protects the upper part of his body, the head, the arms, and the belly. Similarly, for the actual advancement of human civilization, the best part of the social body, namely the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, the intelligent class of men, the military class, and the mercantile class, should be given special protection. Protection of the laborers should not be neglected, but special protection should be given to the upper orders. So what it was that because the intelligent people, the military and the mercantile men, they were having more responsibilities in the society. So they needed to get this education, right? The Brahmanical qualities, so that the society can be maintained in proper way, and so that they can protect the other sections of the society, the laborers, the women, the old men, the cows, you know. So of all classes of men, the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas should be given special protection. They should be worshipped. When the protection is performed, it is just like worshiping God. Now we might say, oh, that means who should have worship? This is being spoken of the pure devotees. This is pure devotees. Vaishnavas are the pure devotees. So that is not exactly protection. It is a duty. One should worship the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas by offering them all kinds of endowments and sweet words. And if one has no means to offer anything, he must at least use sweet words to pacify them. The Lord personally exhibited this behavior towards the Kumaras. So we should be what we should do with the devotees, that we should offer them sweet words, endowments. We should always be happy to see a Vaishnava. Should always be happy to see a devotee. Krishna is happy to see a devotee. We should be happy to see a devotee. If this system is not introduced by the leaders, then human civilization will be lost. So we can see that's what's happened now. Human civilization will be lost. When there is no protection and special treatment for persons who are devotees of the Lord, who are highly intelligent in spiritual life, then the whole society is lost. We can see now this is the state of society that we are in right now. Why? Because we are not protecting the intelligent class of people. Now the full society, too much importance is given to the Vaishyas, the capitalist, mercantile community, and the Shudras. The whole society is being led by Vaishyas and Shudras. And so that's why it's in a total chaotic situation. There is no proper Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, leaders, who can be the leaders of the society. The word Nangshyati indicates that such a civilization becomes spoiled and is annihilated. So this civilization becomes spoiled and is annihilated. So we can see practically that why this human civilization that we are in right now is in such a chaotic situation. The kind of civilization recommended is called Deva Path, which means the royal road of the demigods. Demigods are supposed to be fully fixed in devotional service or Krishna consciousness. That is the auspicious path that should be protected. So demigods, they are doing, so they have very important function in the management of the universe. And they are devotees. They are Krishna conscious. They understand that this service is given to me by Krishna. I like to manage, that's okay, but I'm a devotee of Krishna and the service is given to be my Krishna. All the great demigods, Indra, Chandra, Surya, Brahmaji, Lord Shiva. So by introducing this Krishna consciousness movement, Lord Caitanya, Srila Prabhupada, they want each and every one of us to cultivate God consciousness, Krishna consciousness, and cultivate the Brahmanical qualities. If the authorities or the leaders of society do not give special respect to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas and do not offer them not only sweet words, but all facilities, then the path of progress will be lost to human civilization. The Lord personally wanted to teach this, and therefore he offered so much praise to the Kumaras. So Krishna, because Krishna knows human civilization will prosper only when it's based on Brahmanical culture. So he personally protects the cows and the Brahmanas. Is that okay?
Yes.
So then what shall we do at our stage? Then we try to cultivate these Brahmanical qualities. We try our best. How do we do that? Can follow the Krishna conscious process. If each of us take up this process, then hopefully then the world will start getting better and better. Each drop helps, no? Each drop helps. So if we really care for the world, we really care for the society, what's happening. Because many people speak, oh, see what's happening to the world. There's so much unrest. What's happening? So then we need to do our part, each of us. Yeah, and we can develop these qualities simply just by chanting Hare Krishna, hearing from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Then gradually, these qualities will become manifest in us also.
So what they are saying, that the leaders are not giving, right, respect to the Brahmanas.
Yes. Yes. It's said that if the leaders do not give respect to the Brahmanas, then human civilization will be lost. Means we are practically not on the level of being human beings anymore. Practically on the level of being two-legged animals. That's what we are right now, because we don't know how to protect the devotees, how to give proper respect to the devotees. So the Brahmanical culture is not there anymore in the world.
So they say like respect to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. So Vaishnavas here means devotees.
Yeah, the Brahmanas also mean the real Brahmanas. Huh?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, those who are really God conscious, have these austere, clean truthful, merciful.
Yeah.
Because many people, they say, I'm born in Brahmana family, but they're eating meat, and drinking alcohol. They say, I'm a Brahman family.
Right.
Then that's not a Brahman. That's not a Brahman at all.
Yeah.
So then what to do? Then we should take up the path. Lord Chaitanya said, wherever you are, whoever you are, just start chanting Hare Krishna. And let us all do our part, Chant Hare Krishna, ask others to chant. And then slowly, gradually, and Prabhupada would say that even if 10% of the population takes to Krishna consciousness, he knew that the whole world, 100%, may not become Krishna conscious. But even if 10% take up Krishna consciousness, then the whole face of the world will change. Society will be much peaceful, much peaceful. There'll be happiness. There won't be so much unrest going on that's going on. Because what's happening? We are advised to wake up early. That's a Brahmanical quality. Wake up early, keep clean, take shower early, chant the mantras. All these are Brahmanical qualities. Then eat pure food. Eat pure food, eat prasadam, that's Brahmanical, pure. These are pure, purifying qualities. Then what happens that our minds, our thought, our consciousness will be pure. Then when our mind and consciousness is pure, then our actions will be pure. We are advised to read the Shastras. These are all Brahmanical qualities. And then looking at us, then other people will get encouraged. Oh, how come you're so peaceful? How come you're so happy? What are you following? Let me also follow. Because each of us is looking for some example to follow, to find some, each of us is baffled in this world. What's happening? Why am I here? And when they find a good example, they want to follow it. So we should become that example. To whatever degree, it's not that we have to become big leaders, but even in our own home, to our children, our parents, or our siblings, or our spouse, each of us is a leader. Each of us, our friends look at us, so just trying to be the best example. That way we can influence others. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining in today. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.